Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Wednesday weather update. We're tracking a lot of high pressure and low pressure over the next few days ahead. In fact, the highs are pretty enormous. Let's kick off with the air pressure map. Now, this bright area through Australia and down towards the southern ocean is a big block of high pressure, and that is on its way towards New Zealand for this weekend. And then next week, it's going to be east of New Zealand, bringing down mild airflows. But it begins with this colder southerly that we've currently got. Well, this will enhance it a little bit more. So we've actually got colder weather moving into the New Zealand area for the next few days ahead. Still got this low pressure in the north, but it is weakening and starting to fall apart. The main low on the map, this one here in the Great Australian Bight, that's moving further towards parts of Victoria and into Tasmania and New South Wales over the coming days. So let's take a look now at the rainfall in New Zealand. The rainfall totals aren't as big as they've been, but some of these eastern areas of the North Island, the heaviest falls in the yellow, sort of 10 to 20 millimetres, especially here in northern Hawke's Bay. Hello to people in Wairoa. We've got only a few showers down around the South Island, and some of those are falling as snow flurries, but that's the bottom of the scale, the blue and the green there, just a few showers around the South Island. On the snow map, you can see heavier falls further north, in fact, right up to the Gisborne Ranges. But we're seeing in the Hawke's Bay Ranges around 7 to 10 centimetres. Not so much for the Mount Ruapehu area, sorry to the skiers and snowboarders, but the southeasterly flow means that these ranges on the eastern side are the ones taking, most of the snow. If it was a sou'wester coming in, we'd have better chances, I think, of getting some snow there. And we're seeing a few snow flurries continue on in the South Island. Again, we're right at the bottom of the scale there, and most of those showers are just starting to lift a little bit up from where they've been. And the other feature, the overnight temperatures, this is tonight, this is tomorrow night. You don't need to really worry too much about the departure from normal, but the reason we're showing you this is because of the blue. The blue goes everywhere over the next couple of nights, especially tomorrow night. So we'll be feeling that colder air right over New Zealand as that high pressure system starts to move in. And before it moves in, we've got rain in Australia as well. The biggest totals really on the southern coastline and up through the mountains and ranges and down also around Tasmania. Those areas in the orange shading getting 20 to 35 millimetres, and then elsewhere only a few more showers really going up into parts of Queensland. Pretty dry and calm really for the northern side of Australia at the moment. So let's get into the maps, the air pressure maps, as we go through the week. So here we are on Thursday, the big high from Australia moving out from Aussie and starting to move in to the South Island. Still got the southeasterly blowing through, those showers hugging eastern areas, and that blue line measuring the air thickness basically shows that the cold snap is taking a bite out of the atmosphere, and so that's why everyone's going to feel that colder change. Now over in Australia, the high pressure zone's helping to bring in milder northerlies and norwesterlies for places like Hobart, Melbourne, and even over towards Adelaide. You've still got northwesterly flow there for you. Now by Friday, that low kind of moves on through. It's pretty weak at 1,009. But it is still just a low pressure system. The main front on Friday is starting to push into Queensland and out to sea as well. High pressure down here, trying to connect with high pressure further out into the Tasman, and we've still got those showers lingering, but they're moving further up the North Island. They're starting to move out to sea gradually. So let's take a look at the weekend. Here we are on Saturday, and this high pressure zone from Aussie starting to connect with the other one in New Zealand, and things are starting to settle down. We've got a few showers, maybe moving now over to the west coast of the North Island. Nothing much, just a few little showers in there really, but high pressure is starting to grow. A couple of showers also coming in for Southland. By Sunday, the high is firmly in control over New Zealand, which means those in the east that have had cloud and showers will now have clear skies. So your coldest weather for places like Hawke's Bay won't be until Sunday or even Sunday night going into Monday morning. The wet weather in Australia continues, although only just a few showers, a bit colder on the western side of that system. And we've got, as that low moves into the Tasman, now it's interacting with the high. And that takes us to next week. And the setup for next week in New Zealand's getting very interesting because this is an enormous area of high pressure going all the way up to Samoa, Fiji, Vanuatu, New Caledonia. It's dragging down that mild airflow and putting it into the low, and that's going to deepen that low finally. So the low's going to get a bit more energy to it, but this high is going to slow down that one area of rain, and that's the area that we're most focused on for next week in New Zealand because it could line up with some regions like Northland and Nelson and not move along very fast. Now, it could cause flooding, but it's too early to lock that kind of stuff in because if the high just expands a little bit it'll keep that rain out at sea or break it up a bit. So still a bit to go through yet, but you can find our rain accumulation maps at weatherwatch.co.nz. Someone wrote to us yesterday saying that the word Wellington was over the rain map, and I did notice that before. We can't remove those labels from those particular maps, but you can see the rain accumulation maps on our website with no labels. And of course, the maps that we show you here, for the New Zealand viewers anyway, are really just sort of the big picture. To drill down deeper, that's why we've got weatherwatch and ruralweather.co.nz. You can drill down and go, oh, I'm going to get precisely 70 millimetres, whereas looking on the screen, just sort of working out whether or not you're right in the thick of the rain or on the edges of it. That's why we show those maps for you. It's to get a big picture idea, and it makes your local forecast really come to life. Sorry we don't have it yet in Australia. We're working on that. That is all from me. We will see you again tomorrow, Thursday, with our next update. We'll see you then.